Now on BBC World News, the biggest African and international news stories focus on Africa.
Well, another demographic whose vote is sought after by politicians here in Nigeria is that of the women folk. Women make up about 49% of the population. But when it comes to elected positions, they only take up about 7% of the total elective positions in the country. And this year, analysts fear that number is going to go down even further. My colleague and our BBC Women's Affairs editor, Azizat Oluwole, has been checking out the numbers.
Nigerians are heading to the polls to elect a new president, parliament and state representatives. But only about 10% of the candidates are women. In Nigeria, few women participate in politics.
The opportunities available to women in the political space are not as many. You hardly would, if you look at the hierarchy of the political parties, you'll find very few women.
Economic inequality, gender-based violence and other discriminatory practices are some of the challenges Nigerian women face. Politician Natasha Akpoti thinks there are several other factors limiting the number of Nigerian women in politics.
Most people will say women don't support women. Well, that's true. To an extent, you get to see that there's a larger trust between the male folks and the women folks, but we can improve on that. Another is the fear of rejection.
Nigeria has one of the lowest rates of female participation in politics in Africa. Female politicians managed to gain only 62 of around 1,000 seats that were available in the previous election.
On February 25th and March 11th, Nigerians will come out to vote for their next president, national lawmakers and state representatives. Nigerian women are not well represented. Although women make up 49% of the country's population, only a few of them are standing for office.
But UN Women believes their number can increase in the future.
You have to learn politics, you have to study it, you have to understand. It's a science, it's an art that you have to really understand for you. So we are working in terms of developing resource centers for women in politics in Nigeria.
A bill that would create new positions specifically for women in parliament was rejected by lawmakers last year. But a federal court approved 35% of public seats for women. No decision has been made yet.
We might not, be able to ascertain the extent to which government is committed to some of these things because this issue has been on over a long period of time.
The only female presidential candidate, Chichi Ojei, feels a wider cultural issue is at play.
Our tradition and culture believes that a woman should be under a man and that a woman's voice must not be higher than a man. So me being a female, the only female in the race among my peers, society would probably think that I'm a rebel, I'm going against the norm.
For young female candidates that are new in politics, like Rukayat Shitu, they are determined to find their place.
There is this lot of talks from people, negative talks from people that a woman is meant to be somewhere not in the open space. It is normal for people to say all sorts of things, but it is your right to always manage them by dusting it away from you.
With few women in senior political positions, activists are concerned that issues relating to women will not be adequately addressed. Azizat Olaoluwa, BBC News, Lagos.
Azizat Olaoluwa reporting there now.